How's everybody tonight?
They're great. You're our first guest ever. How does it feel?
Feels great. Honored to be here.
So I hear you have quite the hefty Instagram depicting all your little pictures of all your little travels. And I also hear you might have my script. Okay.
I don't.
Oh, she doesn't have my script. All right. Talk on.
All right.
Okay. So you've done some. Okay, we've already gone over that. Carolyn, do you have some travel story?
You know, I'm glad you asked this, Phil. I have many travel stories throughout my few years abroad and everything, but one that comes to mind actually is, so as some of you know, I'm going to Germany this upcoming year. I fly out in 2 weeks. And sometimes people ask me, Carolyn, have you been to Germany before? And I tell them, well, it's kind of complicated. I was there briefly once, but I don't really count it. So the thing is, if I'm going to a country and I'm just in the airport, I don't count it, you know?
Yes.
If I don't leave the airport, I don't count it.
Neither do I.
Exactly. So I was flying out of Belgrade, Serbia, where I did my internship.
Classic.
Yep, we have some Serbia fans out there.
Great.
And it was a summer of hard work, let me tell you.
Sure it was.
Yeah, it sure was. Anyway, so I have a layover in Munich, so I expect to be there. I have an hour and a half, no problem, and then I fly back to Boston, so easy enough. But as I'm sitting on the runway in Belgrade, I'm sitting there and I realize the plane hasn't taken off yet.
Oh, no.
There I am, delayed in Belgrade.
Oh, God.
Exactly. The minutes are ticking by, and then I realize I'm not going to make my connection. So the captain comes on and tells us that there's going to be a delay, and of course I'm stressed out because of this, because I only have an hour and a half window. And after that, you know, we eventually do take off, and we land in Munich as planned, and I have only about 20 minutes to make my flight back to Boston. And I thought I could do it, you know. I'm like, if I just hustle, if I run, I'll get there.
Right.
So I'm running through the airport, which I never wanted to be.
She
one of
doesn't
those
run
people.
through the airport.
I don't want to be one of
She's
those
done it
people.
twice. Go on.
In Munich, twice. I've done it twice.
That's embarrassing. Go on.
So I get to I think I'm getting to my gate, and then I realize I have to go through security again. So I get through security, and
Why do they have to do security? It's
Exactly.
just stupid.
So I'm going through security, still with the hope that I'm going to get my flight, and I finally get through, and I'm approaching my gate, and I see my gate. Plane has taken off.
Oh.
The plane left without me. Yep. So there I am in Munich, stranded for the night. Luckily, the airline gave me a hotel and food vouchers and everything. So I get over to the hotel, have a nice dinner on the airline. It's great. Everything's great. It's a little too late for me to go out in Munich at that point. So I figure I'll just go to bed, maybe watch some TV. Everything's in German on the TV.
Oh, I hate that.
No such luck.
It happens every Saturday.
Exactly. Yeah, I
3
know.
a.m.
Yeah. So I'll just turn in. I'll get into my pajamas and turn in. Nope. I only have my carry-on bag, which has only shoes and personal items. No clothes with me.
You did not.
Exactly. So for the next 24 hours, I'm stuck in that same set of clothes.
Such a crisis.
Exactly. Next morning, I wake up, have a nice breakfast. That's all good.
Good.
But, yeah, I have a few hours before I have to leave for the airport, and I'm like, oh, I'll go for a walk. You know, there's a store about a mile away. I'll walk down there, maybe get some kind of souvenir to remember my time in Germany.
Yep.
And so I start walking, and I realize there's nothing around but cow pastures and cornfields. So I find myself in the middle of Germany, no GPS, none of this, and even worse, there's a thunderstorm approaching. Yep, it's worst case scenario.
Yeah, as they say, es ist ein Rosensprügen.
Exactly, Phil. So I got to make the decision, you know. Do I turn around or do I keep going to the store? And you know, Phil, I turned around, which may have been the smartest decision.
Yeah, but you're here tonight.
I'm here tonight, and that's my story.
Yeah, well, that was a great...